What's up, guys? I'll Snake right here. Today I'm going to go over the top 5 side deck cards of the format right now. So yeah, let's just get into it. I didn't include stuff like Macro Cosmos because they're being mained right now. A lot of decks can't side deck that. Only Rabbit can side deck that. So I didn't include stuff like that. Use your imagination for stuff like that. There's a reason I left it out of this list. If it's something that a ton of people are main decking or, can only be sided in like one deck, I left it out because that's not broad enough for this list. So, yeah, let's just get into it. Number 5, I put Royal Decree. A lot of decks get hurt by Royal Decree. A lot of side decks have it. Royal Decree and Trap Stun are both really good. Stop the Mermail's Abyss Sphere plays, stop Torrential, Rabbit, stop the Macro, stop all the bottomless deep prison, and that goes the same for all the other decks. Wind-ups, stop all their trap heavy stuff. Fire Kings play a lot of back row. Not Fire Kings, Fire Fists play a lot of back row. Royal Decree is just a really good card. Stop Shame Burn, Exodia, all that annoying crap. So yeah, you guys know what Royal Decree does. Number 4, I put Goes and Match and Rivalry of Warlords both. They both kind of do the same thing. One's Rivalry's types and Goes and Match's attribute. A lot of decks can side deck this. Rivalry and Goes and Match. The Fire Fists are going to be able to side both of these because, a lot of their types are fire, and then they have, almost their main exceeds are Beast Warrior. So, that's going to be really, really good. That's going to be tough to come back from, stuff like that. And it hurts a ton of decks. Rivalry actually hurts Mermails because they have Fish, Aqua, and Sea Serpent. Rivalry and Goes and Match kills Rabbit because they can't overlay into their big monsters or their, Dulkin and Logia. Wind-ups get killed by both of those. So those are the top 3 decks. Goes and Match slows Chaos Dragons down. Agents could probably play both these. Maybe Goes and Match could kind of hurt them. You wouldn't want to side that in against them. But, yeah, you guys know what Goes and Match and Rivalry does. So let's just go to number 3. Number 3, I have Maxi and Effect Veiler. Your hand traps, personal preference, whichever you want to. If you want to stop them or if you want to gain card advantage, whichever one. They're both really good. They can stop plays, give you hand advantage. So you guys know what those two do. Those are like probably the most generic, especially Maxi. Maxi's playing almost every side deck. Hurts Mermails, Wind-ups. It's okay against Rabbit. I probably wouldn't side it against Rabbit. But you can just stop a ton of plays. Maxi might actually end up losing a little bit of popularity with Fire Fist because they don't special a lot. All their stuff's normal summon, Tencent or whatever. It gives them another normal summon. If they become tier 1, probably slow that down. But yeah, the Maxi and Effect Veiler right now are still really, really good. In the number 2 spot, I couldn't decide, so I put a tie between Deck Devastation Virus and Dimensional Fissure. Deck Devastation Virus just absolutely destroys all the tier 1 decks. Wind-ups, Mermails, and Rabbit. So I think that's a really, really good card to side deck. It can hurt Inzectors. You can get rid of that Dragonfly, the Hornet. That might be all they have. The Tour Guide, Troopers, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to play it against Chaos Dragons, but at the same time, it can hurt them pretty bad. You know what I mean? Not dragons, but everything else it can hurt pretty bad. Maybe not agents. Anything that plays big monsters, you're obviously not going to put Deck Devastation Virus in, but it's still a really good card. It's a good meta call for a lot of different decks. A Dimensional Fissure, the same thing. It hurts a lot of decks. That's why it's sided so popular. That hurts the agents, the dragons, the Mermails. There's a ton of side stuff for Mermails. So you guys know what D-Fissure does, and the thing about it is that's so good is, it doesn't, with the Inzectors, Hornet's a spell, they overlay a lot, they exceed a lot, so they don't have to worry about that. Wind-ups, same thing, they overlay a lot, so they can use it, a skilled player can use it without having to worry about the drawback. And that's why it's good, because you can play around it in those decks and you can't in the other ones. Thunder King is number 1. You guys know what Thunder King does. He stops all the searches, stops Undyne, he just stops so many things. The special summons are pretty much all inherent right now. You can't stop Megalo, but you can stop Moonling Glacia, you can stop any Exceed, any Synchro, and there's a lot of that going on right now. But the searching, he stops that, which is just awesome. I actually don't like him against Fire Fist either because, they're playing Gene Warwolf and Vorce Raider, and they almost always have 2,000 attack. Gene Warwolf usually has 21, and they can just run over him, so it's not that great. He's good against Mermails, Wind-Ups, Rabbit. He's good against everything else. Chaos Dragons. He's just so good right now. So I think he's number one. That's my list, guys. Just let me know what you think. Anything you think should be up here, let me know. I'm not going to get mad at you for giving me your ideas or anything. So, that's it. And some other news, just before I go real quick. My PayPal funds finally came in, so I ordered a special edition booster box of Abyss Rising, so I'll probably be opening that on camera. So, yeah, just check that out. I'll Slinktron out.